Yo, what's going on, everybody? Oh man, got to this one at halftime, unfortunately. But that was a good one between the Celts and the Bucks. This was a solid game right here, real solid. I feel like everybody played well. Giannis had 30 and 11. Dame had 31, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. Chris Middleton came back. That's huge. That's huge. They need Middleton so bad. Tatum, 34, 4 threes, 10 rebounds, 5 assists. Jaylen Brown, 25, 3 threes. Drew Holiday, 20, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. Sam Hauser, 16 points, 4 threes. Good job by Sam Hauser. Derek White had 7 assists. That was a good game right there. I feel like these teams are probably like the same tier, you know. Similar records. Probably both would be fighting for playing or near the, 7, 8 seed or somewhere in that play in the playing range. Sabonis had 22, 16 boards. DeRozan had 23. De'Aaron Fox had 22 and 8, 2 threes. Malik Monk starting right now. 22, 9 boards, 6 assists. Kevin Herter only missed one shot. 16 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 threes. So it was a good day. Anybody tuning in, that other game is at halftime. So going through a recap of the other games. I usually probably do this at the end, but since it's at halftime, might as well do it right now. Or let me see if there's any other games on right now. Yeah, they're both at halftime. Hope everybody's doing well. Pascal Siakam, he's been consistent this year, man. Really good, solid player. Miles Turner, also a really good player. Feel like he's one of the better He is one of the better defenders in the league. Nemhard is a solid point guard. Tyrese Halliburton, I feel like he's been starting to find his flow as of late. Started the season slowly, but I feel like he's starting to find his flow because, like, look at last 10 games. 19, he's averaging 17, shooting 41% from the field. Like, his last 10 games is 19.5, 7.9 assists, 37% from three, 44% from the field. So like all his numbers are up pretty much. But he's been leading the league in assists past couple years. His assist numbers down, scoring numbers down. Maybe he's fatigued from the Olympics and stuff like that. I don't know. To be honest with you. To be honest with you, I don't know. Benedict Mathurin playing well. Would have liked to see him in the Olympics for Canada, but just didn't work out. If my sound or anything is off, feel free to let me know in the chat. Obi, another good game. I feel like he's had a few good games in a row. TJ McConnell's super consistent. They got Juwan John uh what's my man Johnson's name? James Johnson. Tough guy. Wake Forest, out of Wyoming. Not too many NBA players coming out of Wyoming, so shout out to him. Vucevic has been having a really good season. Kobe White doing what he's doing. I don't know if this team's gonna stay together, but people are playing well as of late. Zach Levine doing what Zach Levine does: 32 points, 5 threes, 3 assists. Ayo Dosunmu, 15 points, five assists. Had a good game last game. Josh Giddey's a good player. He might stay. I don't even know if he'll stay. I don't even know, to be honest. Muselis, solid game for the young buck. Tom Horton Tucker, another good player. But hey, it's always good to see Lonzo Ball, man. Lonzo Ball, 9 points, 4 assists, 3 threes, and 4 minutes. The next step for him is just obviously staying healthy, but just like learning how to mix it up, right? So like if his three ball is not going, get some floaters in there. You know what I mean? Get to the rack a little bit, get to the free throw line. Just like becoming a scorer, a scoring threat in multiple different ways. All right, let's get to this. Oh man, but there's a 30-point blowout. Man. Um, well, John Collins, solid, good athlete. Walker Kessler. You know, there's a lot of talk about him going to Knickerbockers before, or maybe potentially moving. Colin Sexton, Makai Luke, Keontae George, Young Buck, still developing, but getting his opportunities though. Johnny Juzang, another Young Buck. UCLA a Bruin right there. Tanya, how's it going? How's it going, Tanya? Hope you're doing well. I'm doing all right. I appreciate you jumping on here. Where are you from? Hope you're doing well. I always ask everybody where they're from. Some people are regular, some people are new. Uh, Kamara. I'm not really familiar with Kamara. Jeremy Grant. I feel like he's just a vet. He's just that's DeAndre Ayton. Hold on. Jeremy Grant. Been a good player for a long time. Super athletic. DeAndre Ayton. Um, also a good player. You know, Phoenix. Guess that didn't really work out. I don't know. DeAndre Ayton, I feel like the challenge is like because sometimes when you're a number one pick, people expect you to be like getting 20 a night. And I honestly feel like he carries himself like a guy, and I feel like he probably expects himself to get 20 a night, but he doesn't play. He plays very unselfish, which is respectable. Like he plays unselfish basketball, so he's not like he does a lot of the little things. So it's not like he's gunning to just score all day long. He just seems like a good overall player who does little things well, sets good screens, plays defense, help defense. Um, Anthony Simons, kind of like the leader for these young bucks now. How old is Anthony Simons? Like 26 now, 25. Yeah, 25. Been in the NBA for a while. Still only 25. So shout out to Anthony Simons. Jeremy Grant with the three. See if this Golden State Warriors game is back. It is not. Simons with the three from Shaden Sharp. Shaden Sharp, I feel like he's definitely taking steps forward. I think there's probably year three for him. He Another guy who's like another guy who's definitely got the athleticism. Shaden Sharp is a super athlete. Canadian guy like Benedict Mathurin. A lot of good Canadians. Didn't play with her Canadian national team, but they have like a decent amount of vets, so they probably didn't need him. But I mean, if Benedict Mathurin wasn't gonna play, they might as well could have brought him on. I mean, and Andrew Wiggins as well. So, but they still had like I don't know, 10 NBA players, 8, 9, 10 NBA players. So still had a lot of NBA dudes. Just wait. I'm waiting for this. Oh, there you go. The Warriors game is back on. Steph Steph Curry misses the three. Pajimski with the rebound. Steph with the tray ball. Cuts it down to 7. Kaminga with the defensive board. I was always thinking, like, just in case if they don't keep Wiggins, that Kaminga would be like the Wiggins replacement. And then I always thought like Moses Moody would be the Kaminga. Yeah, there you go. With the short shot. Moses Moody would be the Clay Thompson replacement. But I don't know. I feel like Moses Moody has got more time this year, but not really enough to put him in position to replace what Clay Thompson was doing. Clay Thompson is a Hall of Famer, so multiple time champion. Julius Randle with the lay. I feel like it was tough for those guys. Him and Dante DiVincenzo coming from New York, where they had built so much of a Yoda. What up, man? Yo, they're trying to take it back, old school basketball. I still think they'll get. I still think they'll get in the hundreds. They're trying to take it back though. I don't think they'll. I don't think they'll. I feel like a lot of these games. I feel like the games of late have been a little bit more low scoring. I don't know if it was because of the ratings and people like, yo, you got to play some semblance of defense or play more defense, I guess. Yeah, but I feel like the games have been more low scoring. That's a good point. Rudy with the foul. Golden State, I feel like they have pretty much everybody back. Because I believe Draymond's playing today. Yeah, there you go. Jaden McDaniels with the foul. Can't remember if he's the U. I think he's the. I can't remember if he's the one from UConn or the one from University of Washington. The two brothers, McDaniels brothers. Dang. If I'm just gonna take a wild guess, I'm gonna run with Golden State. That's just my guess. Seems like they got their team back and ready to roll. Who you got? Lindy Waters with the three. Okay. The third. The third. Team ref? Team ref. Oh, the team ref is the T Wolves? T Wolves with the timeout. Golden State trying to chop into the league, making a little comeback there. Um, let's look at the team stats. I don't know if anything was. Golden State is not shooting the ball well at all. Minnesota shooting fine from the field. From the threes are not really going for anybody. Both teams hitting from the free throw line. Rebounds, nothing to really stands out. Assists, nothing really stands out to me. Turnovers, I mean, a little high on the turnovers, but nothing too crazy. I just, Golden State's just not shooting the ball well. Oh, yeah, you feel like Minnesota should have kept Cat and just like kept that kind of nucleus together. You feel like that messed up the chemistry a little bit. Yeah, it was. I wasn't expecting that, to be honest. Uh, I didn't even think. I don't even know if I thought they were even like shopping Cat like that. Like I didn't even know if they were gonna break that team up. Yeah, it's something isn't right. I mean, like his numbers aren't bad though. You know what I mean? Like 21, 6.7 boards, 4 assists, 50% from the field, 35, 81% from everything else is about the same. It just doesn't seem right. DiVincenzo was doing a little more last year, especially he's shooting the ball better last year. But he was playing more minutes too. But yeah, something just I don't know. Yeah, I do agree with that. I do agree with yeah, that actually is a good point. Because in reality they weren't gonna be able to pay Cat and Anthony Edwards. So somebody had to go. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah, I think yeah, skill wise Cat is like a different kind of dude. But I thought because Randall's a like he's a dog, like he's a I think Cat, super skilled. Like he's as skilled as they come in the league. But Julius Randle's got a little more nasty to him. So I thought it might still be pretty good, but it just hasn't gelled. I don't know. Maybe partially because Cat like shoots the three so well and it like spaces the floor. The late game execution. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Like they did well in the first couple rounds, but once they got to Dallas, they just weren't able to execute enough. Do you think that do you think that was just a matter of like them just not really having playoff experience, or you think it was a personnel issue? You feel like they needed like a player that could maybe keep them in line, keep everything under control in the fourth quarter, keep everybody calm, galvanize the team, or was it just a matter of inexperience? Oh yeah, Luca's spectacular. That dude is just he's next level. I think I don't think he's touched his full potential. I don't know if he ever will, but even if he doesn't, still think he's shown how good he is. Kevon Looney with the rebound. He's just been a really solid player for them for a really long time. Past 5, 6 years probably. Jonathan Kuminga's playing well. Yeah, Luca's a unique player. Unique player. He just knows the game so well. Of all the players that I've ever seen, I always say he's probably in the top 15 most gifted players I've ever seen is Luca. Even even with like certain things that he doesn't really do. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I agree with that. That's why a lot of times when people like, certain guys from the old school wouldn't be able to play in this era. Like, I don't think that matters. Like, I think when you're a great player, it doesn't matter. Like people overemphasize like athleticism. Like athleticism helps, it matters, but being able to understand the game, a guy like Larry Bird, um, just even a dude like uh Jokic, another guy like not athletic at all. Even Dirk. I mean, Dirk in his time, I still think he would have been great in this era, shooting more threes. Yo, they might. I think the hand checking would be interesting if they bring that back. I feel like a lot of these dudes haven't been built to play in that more physical style, but I think it'll help a lot of defenders out because the rules really favor the offensive player. But if they bring that hand checking back, I feel like guys will really have to sharpen up. Like you probably won't see a lot of these guys getting 50, 60, 70 points like they've been doing. Lindy Waters with the turnover. Jackson Davis come in for Kevon Looney. I don't know if he started today or not. They might have started Kevon Looney. Jackson Davis was getting a lot of time early in the season, but you said the real slow mo. Who's the real slow mo? Luca or Jokic? The NCAA, yeah, the NCAA is yeah. I could see what you're saying with that. Those cats play super hard. They play super hard. I think the challenge with the challenge that NBA players have is like that 82 game season is just it's too hard. It's too many games for them to like go hard like that every night. I still marvel at how those hockey players do it. Like 82 games and they just go hard every single game. But yeah, in college they definitely play hard. And like I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's because they make so much money in the NBA that guys just don't maybe put in the effort, which is probably true. But some of these college cats now, man, they're making money now. Luca's the real slow mo. Yeah, he just dude plays at his own pace. Doesn't let anybody speed him up. Doesn't matter what you say to him. Doesn't really get thrown off. Ant Man with the three ball. Yeah, Ant Man's shooting a lot of threes. Minnesota, just in general, is shooting a lot of threes this year. Maybe they might want to mix it up. Maybe that's one of the challenges they're having. Just maybe just shooting too many threes. Um, let's look at Minnesota's. Uh, mm, I don't know if I could see team stats. Mm, let me just look at the percentages of some of these dudes. Uh, oh yeah, I could probably see the team stats. All right, Fif- 15 threes a game. They're shooting 37% from three, which isn't bad. That isn't bad. But it's not leading the wins though. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I think that's part of the problem too. Like that physicality. That physicality, like cats could get injured. Reverse flash. What's going on? Haven't seen you in a minute. How's everything going? How you feeling? Hope your Thanksgiving and everything was pretty good. Yeah, no, I agree with you. Like the '90s was way more physical, and I feel like people liked it. I feel like people actually like that physicality. They like that more like tough guy basketball. Um, but yeah, it does. I think it allows for guys to play longer because if you look at it like a lot of the top players. Kevin Durant, he's what 36. Steph Curry's 36. LeBron's gonna be 40. Um, who else? Kawhi Leonard's what like 34. Paul George is what 34, 35, 34 maybe. Like a lot of these guys are playing. James Harden's 35, so a lot of these guys are playing. Yo, that's actually a good point. Kawhi, they with the when he stepped on when he stepped on that foot, because he was really coming for the Golden State Warriors. Like he was cooking them in that first half. I don't know if they would have won, but Thanksgiving was good. No school. Heck yeah, bro. Heck yeah, bro. That's what you need, man. Get some rest in on them off days, man. Some days when you don't got school, bro. Um, yeah, no, that's a good point with Kawhi's injury. I don't understand how LeBron could be the GOAT. So you're saying you don't think LeBron is the greatest? You're more of a Jordan guy, or you're more of a Kareem, or who's your all time guy? I think you were probably saying you like George Mikan, right? I remember. I thought you said that. Yo, what up? Trace with the turnover, Draymond with the GP3, Draymond with the miss, Rudy Gobert with the defensive rebound. See if they could kind of get in their flow here. Um, MJ. Yeah, well, I grew up in the '90s. You know what I mean. I've always been an MJ guy, man. Like, you know what I mean. I like them both though. I respect LeBron too. MJ's my dude though. But yeah, I respect LeBron. I like them both. I think Yeah, I think it makes sense with that because like if LeBron had like 7, 8 rings, then like you could definitively say it's not even close, or if LeBron was the all-time leading scorer, all-time leader in assists, all-time leader in rebounds, you know what I mean? Like if he just trashed all those record books, then I feel like you could definitively say like nah, it's Bron. But I could understand that. I respect them both though. If we gonna be pure in game statistics, Wilt will be the GOAT. Yo, Wilt has some crazy stats, man. 25 rebounds a game, 27 rebounds a game, 50 points a game, 40 points a game. Has some of the craziest stats of all time. Scored 100. So, like, I hear you on that. I feel like the argument is a lot of people say he didn't really play against guys that were his size. That's the argument. I think that's true to some degree, but I think there was taller guys than people remember. Like there was like Walt Bellamy. There was uh Kareem came later in like the '70s. Um I know there was another Nate Thurman. Nate Thurman was another 6'11", 7 footer. And then you had Bill Russell. He wasn't a 7 footer, but he was the best defender of all time. So I mean, Will has some crazy stats, and I think there are definitely people that would agree with you that if you want to throw stats in there, then Wilt is the greatest. Utah has Stockton and Malone. Huh. All right. Let me go through some of these because I'm missing some. MJ comp was Utah, and they was yeah. I could understand what you're saying, William, because I honestly there I agree with some of that because I feel like the '80s had tougher teams than the '90s. And if you go to the 90s, it was mostly like one guy, one like big time player, and then like mostly other guys were role players. And like the only team that the Bulls faced that really had like multiple Hall of Famers on it was the Utah Jazz. So I could understand that. I could understand that I could understand that logic. But, I still don't know. I still don't know if but even with the multiple Hall of Famers on Utah, they still couldn't get it done. They still couldn't beat the Bulls. Jordan was retiring, coming back, and still winning chips. So I don't know. Um, but I understand what you're saying, William. I could understand. Reverse Flash. I understand what you're saying. There's good arguments on all sides. There's good points. Did Jordan play against a team like the Warriors? Yeah, I agree with you on that. Like he didn't play against teams that were that tough. Did he play against a team like the Warriors? Yes, he played against the Lakers in the 80s and the Celtics in the 80s, and he didn't beat those teams. So I understand where you're coming from. Um, Yoda, different eras, definitely a different game than now. Definitely a lot less physical now. A lot more reliant on threes. Did Bron ever face a team like the Bad Boys that will physically beat you up? Well, I can say LeBron. If you look at it though, Bron has been playing for 20 years, over 20 years. You know what I'm saying? And when he came in the league in 2003, the NBA was a lot more physical in 2003. You know what I'm saying? Like he played against the Detroit Pistons with Ben Wallace, Tayshaun Prince, Rasheed Wallace, Chauncey Billups, and that's arguably the greatest defensive team of all time. I mean, they won a championship without even having like one like great offensive player. So you could argue about that. You could make a case for that, but yeah, it's still a good point though. The Braun, the physicality was a little bit tougher in the early 2000s. Bad Boys and them boys was not even a better team than Tim Duncan Spurs. I don't know, man. It's an interesting point. Um, the bad, I mean, I gotta give the Bad Boys their credit because they beat the Lakers and the Celtics. You know what I'm saying? And they were running the 80s. I mean, Lakers and Celtics won every title in the 80s except for 83 when the Philadelphia 76ers won. So I mean, like I said, good points on both sides. 85, 86 Celtics would have beat every team Brown ever faced. I don't know if they would have beat every team Brown ever faced though, because you think they would have trashed the Golden State Warriors with Durant? I don't know. The Golden State Warriors with Durant, I feel like that team's unbeatable, bro. A player that Jordan faced that is better than KD and Curry, Kareem, Magic, Bird. Yeah, like exactly. Bird, Magic, KD's better than Bird. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like I can look if you're talking about skill set, KD's the most skilled player all time. KD's definitely the most skilled player all time. There's nobody like KD. But if you talking about careers, like if you talking about career for career, like Bird's career and KD's career, that man won 3 titles where he was the best player on every team. You know what I'm saying? And he won 3 MVPs in a row. Like Bird was different, bro. Bird was different, bro. Curry better than Magic? I think that's debatable. I feel like that's debatable. You know what I'm saying? It depends on what we're talking about. But yeah, that's definitely a debate. I mean, I still have Magic as the greatest point guard of all time because I feel like he's more of a point guard. But Curry's cold as ice, though. I really can't. Curry's the greatest shooter of all time. You know what I'm saying? Literally beat them. I don't know. I'm not literally beat them. What did you mean by literally beat them? Maybe you said it later, but I'm still catching up. Jordan faced the toughest Eastern Conference ever and still got 6 rings, but LeBron faced the easiest Eastern. Yeah, that's an interesting point too, because the East was weak and he just kept going to the finals every time. That's an interesting point too. But I can't yo Shaq Shaq and Kobe beating KD Warriors. You think Shaq and Kobe beating the KD Warriors? So you got KD Steph, Clay, Draymond. That's four Hall of Famers right there. You think KD and them boys beating them? I mean, you think Shaq and Kobe beating them? That's an interesting point. Shaq and Kobe second chip beating everybody. Yeah. So you talking? So you feel like by 2001, Kobe had turned into like the he really matured into Kobe. 15-16 Warriors will beat most legendary teams. That team was built small to beat big teams. Yeah, I just don't know how. Honestly, I don't know how any team could beat that 15-16 Warriors though. Like I feel like that's a tough team. I mean, it could happen. I just don't know. What legendary team would guard? Yeah, I just don't know how you guard that. I just don't know how you guard that team. I mean, it's possible, you know what I mean? But like, put Giannis in the '90s and he would beat the brakes off a Jordan team. Really? That's an interesting point. Giannis cold as ice though, bro. Cause like honestly, imagine Giannis in the '90s when nobody was shooting threes. Who would guard Shaq? Yeah, nobody could guard Shaq. I agree with you on that. Steph Curry is cold doesn't mean he is better than Magic, and Pistol was cold too, as well as the Iceman. Yo, Reverse Flash, yo, you got the old school game on lock, bro. Shout out to you, bro. You're in high school though, right? You know all these old school players, bro. I got some vids though. Yo, check out the old school vids. I got some for you, bro. I got a new old school vid that I should be dropping next week though. I got the Jordan vid. Everybody do me a solid. Check out the Jordan vid, yo. Send it to your friends too. Warriors low key suck. Really? Why? Why do you think the Warriors suck? Shaq would obliterate anybody in the paint no matter what era. Yeah, I would have to agree with that. Rodman would have beat Giannis because Rodman would out hustle him and get rebounds and get Giannis. Yeah, maybe that's an interesting point. I feel like Giannis is a tough guy though, but yeah, I mean that's an interesting point. Rodman was different. Warriors low key suck. I don't know. What do you mean by that? They suck this year? You mean they're kind of not doing that well this year? Shaq will average 40 and 20, and Curry 40 and 20, but Curry and Clay and KD would make every shot. Yeah, that's like a contrast in styles. That would be sick to see though. That would be sick. Somebody ever does that in 2K, send it to me. Send it to me if you ever play early 2000s Lakers versus Warriors in 2K. That'd be a sick matchup. Imagine Chet guarding Shaq. That'd be hilarious. Chet guarding Shaq. Oh man, that's too funny. Why do you think the Nuggets are struggling so much this year? To be honest, I think the Nuggets are struggling because I don't think Jamal Murray is healthy. I don't think he's right physically, and something I don't know what it is because when he's clutch and he's doing what he's doing in the fourth quarter, he makes them so much more dangerous, especially in the playoffs. Like when he's like locked in, he's so good. And I also think they were missing Aaron Gordon. I think having Aaron Gordon back makes a difference because he's their tough guy. He could do a little bit of everything. Shaq would definitely destroy Wilt in the paint, but Wilt is faster and could hustle better. Yeah, that'd be an interesting matchup. Shaq matchup. Yo, y'all go hard in this chat right now. Y'all so funny, man. This has got to be the livest chat of all time. At least on my channel. This is definitely the livest chat on this channel that's ever had. Y'all funny as heck. Yo, shout out to y'all. Y'all making me laugh. The Shaq matchup nightmare. 0-2 Kobe Shaq getting 30 points each. I agree with that. And the physical game. Fisher would be in Steph's jersey. I agree with that. And Shaq not leaving the paint. So Draymond got to hit those shots. I agree with that. Draymond hitting them this year though. Jamal Wilt was physical anomaly, arguably the most athletic person even into the yo, Wilt was a physical anomaly. That dude could probably like run like I don't know if he'd make like the 100-meter track team, but that dude could probably run in the Olympics, probably at least back then. Jamal overrated. Who's Jamal? Chet would be have 100. Wait, we'll have 1,000 yard stare scene. Oh yeah, he'd be nervous to face Shaq. Yeah, that'd be funny. A Lakers merchant. What is what? Hmm. I'm not sure what that means. I'm not sure who Jamal is. Oh yeah, you think Washington could beat the Nuggets tomorrow? Yeah. I mean, you can't lose every game. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I think it'll be tough for Cooper Flag to develop there. I'd probably rather see him in Utah, but that's obviously out of my control. I like the good goat debate where we don't call each other names. Heck yeah. Honestly, that's really cool that you guys kept it real cordial. That's dope. Human beings that respect other human beings, like that's what we need in today's era of life. So many problems that we're going through. So like people that just could respect other people and have good opinions, that's fire. Uh yeah, shout out to that. Good point, Reverse Flash. Curry and Draymond would just run pick and roll Shaq. Yo, that is an interesting point. Shaq would have to guard somebody in that pick and roll. Oh shit, great point. Jordan Poole would destroy the Nuggets. I'm considering Jordan Poole. You think he's gonna get 30 tomorrow? I wish Draymond would shoot more this year. Yeah, he was shooting. He was shooting the ball. I think he's shooting the ball well this year, though. I feel like Draymond's probably shooting the ball better this year. Let's see. Yeah, 40% this year. Like he's been better. He's been better. So shot. Yeah, that's a good point though. I think you're right though. When Draymond's shooting the ball well, they need that. Good point. Chaos. Good point. Oh, Jamal Murray. Oh, okay, Jamal Murray. Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. I forgot. I forgot. Yeah, okay, I forgot. I did bring up Jamal Murray. Cooper mid. I don't see the hype. Cooper Flag. Yeah, I mean, nah, I like Cooper Flag. I like Cooper Flag. I don't know if he's a guy that's gonna like take you to a title. Like I don't know if he's a guy that's gonna go get you 30. You know what I mean? I think he's a good solid player, but the NBA will gas him up though. They'll gas him up, and I feel like that's what the NBA wants anyway. They just want somebody that's gonna have a big name that they can put on cereal boxes and you know. Jamal only goes off in the playoffs. I could understand what you said. He's the best of the yeah, he's at his best in the playoffs. We would love to see Cooper in Orlando or San Antonio. Okay, I could dig that. Golden State keeping this game close, man. This might be tight. This might be a good game in the fourth. But y'all killing this chat though. Orlando's fire. Orlando is pretty darn good this year, bro. Embiid is always hurt. Yeah, man. Embiid at healthy is such a good player. Cooper probably going to the Pelican. Yo, that'd be crazy though. Imagine the hype on those games. Cooper, Zion together. That'll be interesting. Pelicans and Shamble. Yeah, they're struggling. Like they got like what 4 wins? Cause like I feel like everybody was hurt to start the season. Embiid is overrated. Really? Why do you think Embiid is overrated? I think he does figure out a way to get to the foul line a lot, but Embiid is overrated. I think he's a solid defensive player. I think his footwork is like, Reverse Flash might like this, but he got that Hakeem Olajuwon footwork. Flag to the Hornets. Yo, Flag and LaMelo. I feel like Flag will get the league jumping, bro. Yeah, and he plays hard because he's always hurt. He plays hardly. Yeah, and yeah. Unfortunately, he's always hurt. Man, I don't even know if they should bring him back this year. Wait for next year. I don't even know. Pelicans the worst situation. Yeah, Pelicans is rough. Sixers is rough. Sixers is real rough too, though. I agree with that. Sixers is real rough. The Bucks real rough, but they got Chris Middleton back. So if Chris Middleton comes back, maybe they could right the ship a little bit. If Giannis getting 30, Dame getting 30, Middleton getting 20, and maybe they could do some things. But they are high. And Fox would tag out and switch. I think everyone just throws around generational talent so much where it's almost meaningless at this point. That's an interesting point. Yeah, I mean the NBA is really just trying to gas guys up, but I think AJ DeBanza might be a generational. AJ DeBanza is real. AJ DeBanza is tough. I love Dylan Harper too. But I don't know. I don't know if he's like the one. But I remember people's. Yeah, I mean they were because because they just trying to get that next player. I agree with that. I don't think Zion. I don't think even anybody healthy is even LeBron. LeBron's just different. Pelicans got 5 wins. Okay, they got 5 wins. Okay, 5 wins. Respect, respect. Yeah, they getting them boys back because Brandon Ingram came back, and then Anthony Edwards with the tray ball. Um, Embiid is overrated because he just, unfortunately, man, I just don't, certain guys, they just, the body just breaking down. I don't know. Minnesota's low key choking. Oh, you think they're going to lose this game? The league is crazy right now. Cooper in New Orleans is disgusting work. Flag to the Hornets will be fired too. Yeah, that'll be interesting to see where Cooper Flag is a solid player. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I agree. I don't know if he's the dude, like to really like carry the league. Because I feel like if you're gonna carry the league, you gotta win titles, man. Like all the guys that people throwing in this chat: Shaq, Steph Curry, Larry Bird, Jordan, Bron, Magic, Kareem. All those dudes, Wilt Chamberlain, all those dudes had multiple titles. It's mad hard to win multiple titles. Like, even think about the best players of this generation. Giannis and Jokic, those dudes are two of the greatest players, two of the top 35 best players all time, and they have one title. 76ers. Okay, the Sixers did. Yeah, I didn't go through all the games. All right, good look on that, sports. I think Bob Cousy, honestly, an underrated player because he played in the 50s. Yeah, I respect Bob Cousy. Bob Cousy's cold as ice because that dude's like he was what 6'1" maybe and MVP. He was ahead of his time with the passing and all that. So yeah, if I'm Cooper, I want to go to Brooklyn. It's nothing like being. Yeah, that's a good point, William Allen. And I feel like Brooklyn is trying to kind of tank. I don't know how to say it any other way, but I feel like they trying to get Lakers are also trash. You think Cooper should go to the Lakers? And B knee is so shot. Yeah. Yeah. Yo, I hope his knee comes back. Bob Cousy ain't a top 10 PG. In my head, I will put Bob Cousy in the top 10. I feel like if you think about his career, what I mean? That dude probably has what, 10 titles, an MVP. I feel like that should put you in the top 10. But I don't know. That's just my opinion. Pretty dumb move for Embiid to publicly announce he's not playing back to backs. Yeah, I don't even know how that man could play back to backs. But you feel like he shouldn't announce that publicly. What do you think about Ja saying he's not gonna dunk anymore? You think he shouldn't announce that publicly? Lakers ruined my night. Did the Lakers play tonight? I don't even know. I didn't go through the games yet. Oh, so they did lose. Oh yeah, they did lose. Yeah. They lost to the Hawks. Hawks are a pretty good team. Yeah, the Hawks are kind of starting to figure it out. I feel like they've gone away from the It's interesting because I feel like they're using Trey more as like a more of a point guard, like a setup point guard, instead of like a scoring point, and they're letting Jalen Johnson be like their number one option, which is an interesting dynamic because I feel like Jalen Johnson's shooting the ball better, and now that he's shooting the ball better, he could take over the role as the go to guy. Ja not dunking anymore makes sense. Dunking is cool until you get a season. Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, you got to protect yourself. Like what Kyrie was saying, that cats got to learn how to land. And my dad always said that too. Like those athletic dudes, they gotta figure out how to land well. Cause like thing with like Jordan, like he dunked a lot, but he never really got hurt. You know what I mean? I feel like some of it is just like, you know what I mean? I feel like some of these trainers for real, like anybody who's a trainer, they gotta teach these kids how to land after contact, how to land. Because when you're that explosive, I wish 2K had a feature where you go back to the 50s and start a league and play from team. I thought they did, man. I thought they did. They don't have that in 2K. I haven't played 2K in a minute, but I remember in NBA Live, I was playing as those 50s dudes all the time. Yeah, the Rockets are crazy good. Yeah, landing wrong ruined you. I agree with you on that. I agree with you on that. Honestly, they probably should have took him out of the game earlier, but yeah, the landing and like Tom Thibodeau's system, man. Like so many dudes, Thibodeau and Mike D'Antoni, man, playing in those systems where it's like Thibodeau was like the defense guy. Playing that kind of defense hurt a lot of people's careers, and playing that kind of offense for Mike D'Antoni hurt a lot of people's careers. But yeah, I agree with you, William. If he learned how to land better and like just control his athleticism, who knows? Adding Shaq, George Mikan would have cooked George Mikan and Shaq. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, D Rose needed that body control, man. He needed that body control. Dang, man, he was just so explosive. He probably should have worked with Tim Grover, that Michael Jordan trainer, that that Kobe, D Wade. I feel like all them worked with. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you on Westbrook. Like Westbrook is like the only one of those kind of dudes. Like like that dude get injured, he get injured and he still come back. I don't know how Westbrook was doing it, man. Yeah, he's gotten injured in the past, but he still was able to come back. Cause like I don't know what it was. D Rose injured. It was the ACL, MCL, something like that. But Westbrook tore the ACL too, and he still came back just as explosive. He tore his ACL, broke his face. That man's broken everything, and he just comes back. Honestly, if you let Westbrook go off, like if they put him in Washington and let him score like he was back when he was in Washington, I still think the dude could get 20 a night. Cause look at what James Harden is doing. Like James Harden's still the same. Like I mean, maybe not exactly the same, but look at what he's doing. And those team and that team is still winning games. I just feel like when you're great, you're great. I gotta go back on that Pat Bev play. Would NBA teams appreciate the like? Would NBA teams? I mean, Pat Bev had he got a good deal. Would NBA team? Well, not in Israel. Israel, nah, I don't think Israel will have a shot against any NBA team. But maybe ACB, like Spain. Yeah, maybe Spain. Spain's got some tough dudes. Spain's got some tough teams. Because if you look at dudes that play in Spain, Spain's definitely like the second best league. If you look at all the dudes that play in Spain and they're good young prospects, they come into the NBA and they smash. Like look at the Gasol brothers, Pau, Marc Gasol. Look at Luca. Luca was the best player in Spain and he came into the NBA and the NBA was easy for him. Look at Porzingis. Porzingis was top young prospect and look at him now. Been an NBA All-Star. If Porzingis was healthy, man, dude is tough. I agree with you on that. Back then, ACL was crazy. Like now today, you could even come back from Achilles. Achilles, like ACL was crazy. Achilles is like you're done. Like you'll like you, it's over for you with Achilles. But yeah, I agree. Overseas has some crazy environments. I agree. I've heard like people getting batteries and stuff thrown at them. People like light a battery on fire and throw it at you and stuff, or coins and stuff. Pat Bev's the type of guy. Yeah, Pat Bev is tough. ACB is like the top league in Spain. Yeah, it's really good basketball. It's just the only difference between, I mean, this is just my opinion. The only difference between ACB and the NBA is guys in the NBA are way more athletic. Way more athletic. But skill wise, like that's why you see a lot of these teams in the Olympics and stuff like that. They go off against NBA teams. Minnesota keeping this lead, man. Minnesota keeping this lead. Um, and Edwards with 23, McDaniels with 10, Rudy Gobert with 11 and 9, Nas Reed not really hitting the three, but I like how he's rounded his game into becoming a 3-point shooter though. Top five European teams would definitely give NBA teams a run for their money, but the NBA teams would demolish any top European team. You feel like they'll demolish all the European teams? Yeah, NBA is really good, man. NBA is really good. It's way more physical overseas. That's why they come to the NBA. Yeah, it is more physical. It's yeah, yeah. They play those overseas games like you could catch some of them. I feel like I've seen I used to I feel like I saw Luca play overseas a few times before he got to the league. Cause I remember the hype for Luca before he got to the NBA. Luca was just unreal. If the NBA became more physical again, like the '90s, every team is other than USA is cooked in international basketball. If they would play like that, yeah. I mean, but the thing, the interesting thing about that is like a lot of the best players in the NBA are international dudes, though. You know what I mean? Because like, look at if we name the top five best players in the NBA right now, right? If you want to go Jokic, international, SGA, Canadian, Luca, Serbian, Giannis, Greek, right? So that's four of those. I would put any of those four in the top five or at least definitely the top 10. And none of those dudes are American. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Nikhil Alexander Walker. Speaking of Canadians, oh man, they're starting to pull away from the Heat. I was definitely wrong on my prediction on this game. I imagine that other game is over though. Let me see. Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. Minnesota probably got this one. Let me see if that other game is on. But that game was even more of a blowout, though. Yeah, Trailblazers lost by like almost 50, 40, 42. Um, Now you right though, Josh. I think Minnesota might have this one in the bag. Steph's gonna have to go crazy. Mikan is better than Jokic. Really, you think so? Yo, a lot of people upset about that LA loss. I gotta go look at the highlights. I didn't see it. Mikan better than Jokic, Embiid, Luka, Giannis, any modern day center. He's better than any modern day center. Why do you think so? Why do you think so? Why do you think he's better than any modern day center? What teams y'all think gonna make a crate? Yo, to be honest, in my head, I'm thinking Chicago's probably gonna do something. I think probably New Orleans might do something. I feel like Chicago's letting all these young guys go right now, like go off, so they go. I don't know who they're gonna keep. Zach, maybe Zach Levine in LA. Maybe I don't know. Um, I don't know who. I don't know if they're gonna keep anybody like Lonzo, maybe. Um, Io Dosumu, Kobe White. I feel like they're definitely trying to shop him, and he's playing really well. And then Vucevic, I feel like they're probably gonna shop him. Yeah, you think Zach Levine to the Lakers? That'd be interesting. I just don't. I just think they also need a like if they get rid of him, it will probably have to go D'Angelo Russell, and feel like they still need a point guard. Lonzo is getting shipped for sure. Oh, really? So you think they should keep Giddy? Hmm, that's interesting. I don't know. I don't know. Mikan was dominant, man. Mikan was dominant. It's just when people say like better is tough for me to say. Like it's better. It's tough for me to say who's like better. But like when I look at careers, I just look at like what you accomplished in the career. Cause like I feel like with time, players are always gonna get more skilled. You know what I mean? Like Kyrie Irving is more skilled than probably any guard I've ever seen. You know what I mean? And I think in 20 years, there's going to be guards more skilled than Kyrie Irving. But I just look at what they accomplished. But I see what you're saying. If you look at the accomplishments, Mikan is definitely one of the best. Definitely, definitely, definitely one of the best. Mikan's great. Lakers bench has injury problems. Kyrie more skilled than Kobe. Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's a guard who's more skilled than Kyrie. Like, I don't think I've ever seen a player more skilled than Kyrie. I mean, Kobe, man, like you gotta think about Kyrie, man. Like Kobe was skilled too, but Kyrie, I would say, really good passer. You know what I mean? And the thing about Kyrie is like he's a really really good shooter. Like Kyrie, like people talk about the handles, but Kyrie's shooting is unreal. Like that dude was 50 40 90, and he's like close to 50 40 90 a lot. And he takes some of the hardest shots like you'll ever see. Like, um, let's see what Kyrie. Let's see his shooting percentages. Let's go to Dallas. See Kyrie's shooting percentages on the season. Like he's a really good shooter. See what I mean? He's 49.9 field goal percentage, 45.7 3-point percentage, 87. Like he's close to 50 40 90. You know what I'm saying? Like, and even look at his career, 47, 40, 88. With the kind of shots that guy takes, that's crazy. But yeah, Kobe's footwork was insane. Kobe's my all-time favorite player to watch. So I can never say anything bad about Kobe. Kobe's my all-time favorite player to watch by far, by far. Yeah, that's probably true. Mike and probably would have that many MVPs. He would have a lot of MVPs. Kobe was a combo. Yeah, Kobe was a good playmaker early in his career. I don't think he liked being a playmaker, but he was a really good playmaker in the early part of his career when when he kind of had to be before like Derek Fisher developed and before um he came into his own as a scorer. Kobe is sort of overrated because he had too big of an ego and didn't pass much instead of being um I don't know. You feel like he's overrated? Kobe better than Kyrie. Yeah, that's an interesting point that he's all time first in assists. You know, I think part of that is because he played 20 seasons too. You know what I mean? But like that still doesn't matter. Like I don't know any shooting guard that played anywhere close to as many seasons as Kobe. But still a good point because even early in his career, like the first like year, he didn't really play that much. But that is a great point. I didn't even know he was all time in assists. Great point, Yoda. I didn't know that. That's a great point. I don't know. I didn't know that. Kobe's a much better than Curry. Yeah, yeah, I can't. Yeah, I think Kobe had a greater career than Kyrie. You know what I mean? But like, as far as skill sets, yeah, I still think Kyrie's skill sets. You know what I mean? Like look at like just look at Kyrie's finishes. Like his finishes below the rim. Like people always talk about his ball handling, but like he's the probably got the best handle all time. But like his ability to finish between below the rim on all those angles, I don't think there's anybody close to that. You know what I mean? Like maybe like Rod Strickland or something like that. But like Kyrie's ability to finish with all those angles, man, unreal. Left hand, right hand, every angle you want. Like nobody, like, and KD was even saying it. Like, how many times do you see like Kyrie's like layups getting blocked? Like, you don't see like people pinning Kyrie's layups to the glass because he angles them so well that it's almost impossible to touch. Once he throws it up, you can't touch it. Kobe was a team player. Yeah, Kobe was like specific. I feel like if you didn't feel like you were working hard and you weren't a guy that was really trying to win, like he took exception to that. So yeah, I mean I could see what you're saying. I just feel like Kobe really wanted to win, and winning mattered to Kobe. I think I'm just going off of one story when it was like Kobe never talked to another player. Yeah, Kobe was like that though. Kobe was just he was serious. If you weren't serious like him, then he'd be upset. Smush Parker, yeah, it might have been Smush Parker. I'm sure there was a few guys that Kobe didn't really mess with like that. I think it was Smush Parker though. Smush Parker and Kobe definitely didn't have the best relationship, but I'm sure Smush Parker, even though they weren't cool, I'm sure he respected them. Hey, good to see Daisha Nix in the game. Happy that Daisha Nix is like actually on the roster playing. Terrence Shannon, Luca Garza. Always good to see Luca Garza playing. I feel like that dude like gives it 1,000%. I feel like there's probably I don't know. He's got to figure it. I don't know. Like the challenge is trying to see who he could defend. But in terms of effort, in terms of getting in shape, I give that guy a lot of credit. Really good college player at Iowa. He was Caitlin Clark before Caitlin Clark. Yeah, seriously. Gotta be good to see. Look, guys, Warriors still got this. Yeah, they need to hit some like 10-point plays or something. They- Maybe, yeah. I think Edie is better than Wemby. You think Edie's better than Wemby? Yeah, I feel like Edie's been pretty good though. Hasn't he been? Probably better than people expected. Is Clay even doing anything with the Mavs? Yeah, I don't think Clay is the same. Nah, to be honest, I don't. I don't feel like he's ever looked healthy. Yeah, that sucks. Cause Clay, yeah, maybe he could have some good playoff moments. Cause I just think Clay in his prime was like he could really shoot it and he could really defend. And I feel like just the wear and tear just got him. Speaking of ACL injuries and Achilles and all that. Same thing with Boogie Cousins. You know, once he had that Achilles injury and then ACL and that on his body. Oh god. Yeah, I think Clay's struggling, man. I think Clay is struggling. It's unfortunate. Yeah, I'll run through the last couple games and then hmm, yeah, this is the Lakers game everybody was talking about. I gotta check the highlights. AD had a massive game, 38, 10, and 8. 8 assists. That's crazy. Rui, 12 and 9. LeBron with a triple double on 39. Dang, LeBron is sick. Gabe Vincent. I feel like everybody played well. Scored a lot of points. Don't connect with 14. Yo, Ray Allen was really good. You're saying he lost his athleticism? D'Angelo Russell didn't play that much. Max Christie. Good game for Max Christie. Seems like he's been playing better as of late. Zachary Visachet, another consistent game. Jalen Johnson actually didn't play that well, but 7 assists though. Trey Young, 31 and 20 assists. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. He didn't even really shoot the ball well. Oh, Kongwu, he's been playing well. DeAndre Hunter's been playing well all season. That dude's averaging like 19 a night. That's crazy. Bogdanovich with 20. I would like to see Roddy getting some minutes. Kings was ball. Yeah. Yeah, the Kings did play well today, actually. Yeah. I don't know why they're not more consistent. I don't understand that. Pistol Pete is a better shooter than Ray Allen. Really? Yeah, Pistol Pete probably would have had a lot of threes if there was a 3-point line. Pistol Pete was generations ahead of his time. Yeah, that dude was generations ahead of his time. No doubt. No doubt. Timberwolves just got a lucky win tonight against the Warriors. Yo, Andrew the GOAT, what up? Timberwolves just got it. It is what it is. Yeah. You feel like the Warriors will get them next time? Okay. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe if Andrew Wiggins was there, it would have been a little bit better. I don't know. You know, I don't know. I just think I think the Timberwolves are not a bad team. You know, I just don't. They've just been struggling. Timberwolves are not a better team than the Warriors. Maybe not, but I feel like they were expected to be better than this year. Like I feel like in the start, I don't know, coming of what they did last year. I feel like people, I don't know, maybe it's like Yoda was saying, maybe it was the Cat thing. Like if Cat was there, they probably could have been a better team this year. Orlando's been cooking. Wagner has been doing really well. Interesting to see what when Ben Carroll gets back. Suggs is having like career year. Carter, Carter's been there for a minute. Caldwell Pope, good defender. Mo Wagner, tough guy. Cole Anthony, good to see him getting some minutes. Anthony Black, you know, good young player. Jet Howard, feel like he could shoot. Good to see Paul George with a good game, 21-9. Go ahead, Paul George. Yabusele, 16. I feel like that dude is definitely earning his contract. Tyrese Maxey doing what he does. Kelly Oubre, consistent. KJ Martin, dang. Shout out, shout out to KJ Martin. Jared McCain. I wonder why he came off the bench. They got a lot of vets on this team. Kyle Lowry, Eric Gordon, Reggie Jackson. A lot of vets. Um, the Timberwolves are not better. Injuries part of the game. It's next man job to step up. Yeah, I don't know. I think Minnesota just got them today. Yeah, it was a good game for Minnesota. They needed that win. I feel like that was a good win for them. Um, Embiid is all Embiid is all big and tough until he meets a true center. True center. Like you feel like he doesn't play as well against like wait, who, like who would yeah who would be a true center? Like Rudy Gobert, you mean? Who's it? I'm trying to even think of a true centers. Like Jokic to me is a true center, but he's not really a defender. Like you feel like if he played against like DeAndre Ayton, he wouldn't play as well. Rudy, Zach Edey. Yeah, I think Rudy is a true center. I think Zach Edey is definitely a true center. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think Zach Edey could do anything with. I don't think there's anything. I don't know. You feel like Zach Edey wouldn't be able to play well against. I mean, you don't think Joel Embiid will play well against Zach Edey? I don't know. I feel like he would. I think Joel Embiid is really good. I think Joel Embiid is really good. Yeah, man. Appreciate everybody jumping on. I'll try and go live again this week. Um, in Jesus' name, amen. I don't know if there's anything else anybody wants to say. True center is someone who's not a flopper, plays every game he can. Defensive menace. Oh, like those old school guys? Yeah. I mean, I guess the game has changed though. I guess there's not that many true centers anymore. But yeah, I don't know. I guess guys not playing as many games anymore, it allows them to last longer years. So I'm not sure. But it's a good point though. But yeah, wishing everybody a good night. All right, take care.